To Shams, LeBron James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal.
He's getting paid $4 million a year, which is vet min for how long he's been in the NFL. He's not about the cash. He wants another ring.
For him to choose the Philadelphia 76ers, this is a shock among shockers. And I think that this speaks to Bob Myers.
LeBron James finally made his free agency decision. And it wasn't what most people expected. Sure, Philadelphia was always in the conversation, but teams like Cleveland and Miami were considered the favorites. I mean, Cleveland offered a chance to return home, to where it all began, and where he delivered one of the most iconic one-liners in NBA history.
Instead of saying, why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do. And, Cleveland! This is for you!
Then there was Miami. He could have chased a third championship with the Heat, this time alongside two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo and three-time All-Star Bam Adebayo, one of the greatest scoring big men in NBA history.
83 points for Bam Adebayo. He will come out of the game and hear it from the crowd, and we feel you at home.
Both felt like storybook endings, but LeBron chose a different path. He sacrificed that storybook ending. He sacrificed the opportunity to finish his career where it all started. And he even passed up what might have been the biggest storyline of them all, teaming up with his longtime rival Curry after facing him in 4 straight NBA Finals from 2015 through 2018. But I think it's going to work out just fine, because LeBron joined what might already be the most complete starting 5 in the NBA. In fact, some people are calling it the most talented starting lineup ever assembled. And that's not an exaggeration. That's the LeBron effect. And if you think that's crazy, just take a look at the odds for the upcoming season. Coming into the season, Philadelphia had just a 6% chance to win the NBA Finals, but after adding LeBron James, those odds have doubled to 12%. Good enough for the 3rd best championship odds in the entire league. And that's pretty incredible when you remember this team was the number 7 seed just 1 season ago. And the ultimate reason for joining Philly is obvious. One last championship run. One final opportunity to add another ring to an already unmatched resume. A resume with way too many accolades to even list. And honestly, I think Philadelphia is the perfect destination for LeBron James. At this stage of his career, he doesn't need to average 30 points per game anymore. He doesn't have to guard the opposing team's best player every single night. Instead, he gets to focus on what he's done better than almost anyone in basketball history: control the game and elevate everyone around him. Honestly, this reminds me of his 2019-20 season with the Lakers. And what did he do that year? He led the NBA in assists, because LeBron James isn't just one of the greatest scorers ever. He's arguably the greatest playmaker the NBA has ever seen. Now imagine surrounding that player with this roster. LeBron joins a front court featuring Joel Embiid, the 2023 NBA MVP and 2-time scoring champion, alongside Jaylen Brown, a 5-time All-Star, NBA champion and Finals MVP, who Philadelphia stunned the league by acquiring earlier this offseason. Last season, Embiid averaged 26.9 points per game, despite missing significant time with injuries. Brown averaged 28.7 points per game, proving once again that he's one of the NBA's elite two-way superstars. Together, that's nearly 56 points per game from just 2 players. Now add LeBron's 20.9 points per game, and suddenly, Philadelphia's front court is producing nearly 77 points every single night, and that's before you even mention Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. Add those two into the equation, and this starting 5 combines for nearly 120 points per game. That's an absurd amount of offensive firepower. As incredible as the offense looks, the defense might actually be what wins Philadelphia a championship. It starts with VJ Edgecombe. As a rookie, Edgecombe posted a 116.4 defensive rating, second among all rookies behind only Cooper Flagg. But the numbers don't fully explain his impact. It's his effort, his speed, his athleticism, his willingness to defend the opposing team's best perimeter player. Those are the qualities every championship team looks for, and VJ has all of them. Then there's Jaylen Brown. Brown has built a reputation as one of the NBA's premier two-way wings. Every single night, he's matched up against the opposing team's best scorer. Whether it's a dominant forward or an explosive guard, Brown embraces the challenge. And in the playoffs, that's exactly the kind of versatility that becomes priceless. Now, LeBron isn't the lockdown defender he was during his Miami days. Age catches up to everyone. But what hasn't changed is his basketball IQ. LeBron still sees the game 2 or 3 plays ahead of everyone else. He quarterbacks the defense, calls out actions before they happen, rotates at exactly the right moment. That's the kind of leadership that doesn't always show up in the box score. But it wins championships. Philadelphia suddenly has one of the most complete defensive units in basketball. And when you pair that defense with nearly 120 points per game of offensive production from just the starters, It's not hard to understand why so many people believe the Philadelphia 76ers are legitimate championship favorites. So, where does that leave Philadelphia? On paper, they have everything. A former MVP in Joel Embiid, a finals MVP in Jaylen Brown, and arguably the greatest basketball player of all time in LeBron James. This roster checks every box. For years, the biggest question surrounding Philadelphia was whether Joel Embiid had enough help to get over the hump. This offseason, that question was finally answered. The Sixers didn't just add talent, they built a roster where every player's strengths complement another's weaknesses. Of course, there's still one thing that could derail it all: health. Can Joel Embiid stay healthy through 4 playoff rounds? Can LeBron continue defying Father Time? Can this new group build chemistry quickly enough to reach its full potential? Those questions won't be answered until the season begins. But if this team stays healthy, I'd be genuinely surprised if they weren't competing for an NBA championship. Because teams this talented don't come around very often. So sit back and trust the process.